Welcome back, my baby bats. Okay, so we have just decoded all of Mycroft shit and figured out exactly just what the hell's going on. Apparently, the government they developed like this secret formula to make this like explosion bomb thing or whatever. And the formula was stolen. Mycroft was like leading this committee to investigate who took it. And then apparently the committee members are like, oh, ain't shit happened. Nah, adjourned. And he thought that was sus. He thinks one of them might have took it, and now there's an attempt made on his life. I guess he thought, like as I said in the earlier, I guess he didn't think they'd try to fucking kill him. Apparently, it's that intense enough. So we got to figure out what the fuck's going on, and go basically talk to these people and see what the hell's up. And it's got to be secret because he can't let the government know he's doing this because then he'd be a target. But I mean, it should be like a healthy fucking assumption. I mean, like, if your brother's fucking Sherlock Holmes, I mean, come on. You think he wouldn't investigate Jesus? Directory. Peruse. We'll have to find the others by more inventive means, okay?
Return to the hunt, eh, Watson?
As you say, Holmes, return by all means.
You go hunting. Yeah, there's like a whole big difference between seeing this as like through the eyes of an adult and understanding things than through the eyes of a child. Because I was just like going through, seeing what I clicked and what made the story progress, but I didn't understand a damn thing. There's Lord Lawton, Thomas Pratt, and Silverbridge. Let's see. I don't know who'd go first. Let's just go and see what happens. That's the closest, so.
How may I help you, gentlemen?
I am Sherlock Holmes. Might I have a word with Lord Lawton, please?
Might I say, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Holmes, and Dr. Watson, I presume. I'll see if his lordship is at home.
Let's see. Let's make sure I look at everything. Don't want to miss some shit. Dingy portraits depict classic Vikings. What? It's like I learned so much when I click on looking stuff. Like, he looks at this tapestry and he knows exactly who fucking made it. The Goblin craftsman who created it would weep at its condition. Oh, apparently he neglected this tapestry. Oh my god. The Goblin? I actually recognize that because there's a few actual Lolita dresses there that design. Oh my god. I actually knew something. Holy shit. You know what? Sometimes he's a little catty in his things too. Like in the tapestry, he talked about how like the original people that made it would weep if they saw its condition. Ooh, dusty. Hmm. Apparently, they let everything get super dusty except for the piano. The little box is covered in red silk. It's new and marked. Such box used to be yours. Interesting. They have a music stand next to the piano. Does somebody else play something? Hmm. Oh, there we go. See, I was right. Yeah. Just for shits and gigs. Stupid.
Do you require constant supervision, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, he's a
Sorry,
child.
just curious.
Lord Lawton regrets that he is not at home. You may leave your card if you wish.
I'm gonna get my card. Don't worry about it. No, damn it. Give it, damn it. Jenkins. I love the way he worded that too, because you know he is home, but he's not at home. Like he regrets he's not at home. That's funny as fuck.
I am always available at 221B Baker Street.
I mean, that's kind of a lie. I mean, you're running all over the place, so you're not exactly home all the time.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mrs. Mason. Is Mr. Pratt available?
No, he's not, more's the pity. Out entirely too often. Probably carousing with undesirables. Mr. Mason always said, and he knew.
Our business is rather urgent, madam. When will he return?
For all he confides in me, I might be the char.
That's the same voice that does fucking Matron. I guess they didn't have many voice actors for this. Can I look at the portraits? Stretch. A bunch of snakes and paint. There's a lot of Turkish stuff in here. A bead curtain. Is he gay too? Because I see like little scarves and sashes around. He's an artist. Unusual pillow sits beside two stiff cushions. Needlepoint embroidery. Traditionally reserved for. There's a damn saddle. I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but like, this like fancy little chaise lounge, scarves laying everywhere, a saddle, all this artsy fartsy shit. Looks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
Has Pratt had any recent callers?
I'm hardly his keeper, Mr. Holmes. But since you ask, no. And no surprise either, moody as he is.
He's moody.
Have you had any recent word of Pratt, Mrs. Mason?
Not a syllable. No doubt he's idling somewhere in the devil's grasp, abusing mind and body with strong drink and who knows what else.
He goes out carousing. Okay.
Anything worthy of our
I forgot to
immediate
talk to him
attention,
where I was at
Doctor?
the last
This
place, damn it.
woman is passing strange. What is she doing here?
She's nosy, I suspect, and lonely. But I'm sure she believes she's protecting her investment, completely within her rights as a landlady.
She has peculiar
Oh.
ideas of a cleaning costume. Proof that beauty is
She's a
vain.
landlord.
Proverbial wisdom has it that one can be cured of every folly but vanity. We may have cause to test the truth of that pearl. May we examine the premises?
I thought you had a look of prospective tenants. These rooms are entirely reasonable and well maintained. Rather like myself.
Mr. Pratt is giving up the flat?
He's in arrears. I'm thinking of eviction.
Might we see the other room?
That would be highly improper, Mr. Holmes.
Ooh.
Mr. Pratt doesn't even like me in there. He may be irresponsible, but he has some claim to privacy.
The room lacks traditional amenities, and the decor is rather eccentric, wouldn't you say?
Indeed? And he was civil servant. Oh, but he was born in India, you see. Quite bohemian.
Okay, that
Raised
explains
like a
why
gypsy.
he was born in
I fail
India.
to grasp the connection between bad taste and gypsy.
Oh God, he's called her out on his racism. Oh my
We
God.
want to show him the right way. Artisans and habits. Careless in dress. Housekeeping not above reproach. If I didn't tidy occasionally, his room would be a sty.
Ah, yes, I understand that type of remark all too well.
Oh my God, he straight up called her racist. She didn't even know it. Ah! I love it. I fucking love it. That's hilarious. Experiences connects musicals, video suites, ability. I guess we can make sure I look at everything. Spider blue beret. Oh. I took it and sharpened and held over a flame. Were they getting themselves tattoos? Costopod. Individual functionally suspect. I can't click on the scarves. Let's go talk about how weird it is. Hee hee. Oh my god. I guess I've done all I can do here.
May I leave my card with you?
I'm not his personal secretary, Mr. Holmes.
Nor did I presume it. Perhaps you could send a note to 221B Baker Street when he returns.
I suppose I might. I'll tell him you were here.
I would be grateful for your trouble.
It's funny, one place I do remember going to, there was a freaking place where on the wall they had a portrait of Oscar Wilde. And I remember thinking as a kid, like, wow, I have a feeling, this portrait's really important, but I don't know who that is. So I don't understand. And now they're talking about like specific like Irish sympathizers, and there's a whole lot of gay shit going on. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because I know like this is around the time of Bram Stoker, and I know he had like, his own internal conflicts. Because like after his friend Oscar Wilde was arrested, that's when he married Oscar Wilde's friend that was a girl, like as a beard, and had a kid to basically prove he wasn't gay. Then went to London, and basically he was able to be in the closet. I don't know if they were like more lenient in England than they were in Ireland, but he seemed to be, doing pretty well being in the closet until he caught syphilis, and then basically out of revenge he outed all of his friends, and they were all arrested for being gay. I'm like, damn. So I'm wondering, there's like some overlap.
May I have a word with Mr. Silverbridge?
Without prejudice to your religious affiliation, Mr. Holmes, might you have your Christian name?
Holmes will suffice.
If you say so, sir. Please wait here.
Without religious affiliation, what's your Christian name? Fuck. What? Huh? How? I'd like to know how. Oh, person of a young female. Wheels make a mess.
You're still here? I thought you might have tired of the wait.
Wow. Rude as fuck. Wait, was it just any political ambitions. Interesting. Ah, it's a cough drop. Wait, you rude ass.
What is the problem, Hepplethwaite? Won't he see us?
As it happens, Mr. Silverbridge is indisposed and cannot be disturbed.
You gave him my name?
I did, and he does not know you. Mycroft Holmes, yes, but you, sir, he neither knows nor wishes to include in his acquaintance at present. May I show you to the door?
I can be reached at 221B Baker Street. Please tell him that I am available at his earliest convenience.
Ah! I'm stuck now. No, let me just go back here. Maybe somebody has called. No, I don't want to pitch hay pennies. Hmm. Watson, I'm stuck.
Silverbridge, Pratt, and Lord Lawton are listed in Kelly's. We'll have to find the others by more inventive means.
Did Mycroft hold specific suspicions of any one of the seven, do you suppose?
Hard to say, but conspiracy implies multiple suspects. Recommendations, Watson?
Nothing material, Holmes, I'm sorry. Despite your best efforts, I've understood little of what I've seen or heard.
But you have an inclination, surely.
You might assert more of your own presence in the investigation. Yours is the finest mind for detection in the world. I don't believe you have fully exploited the leads that you have taken such pains to develop.
Let's be off, Watson, while the scent is fresh.
I'm no tracking hound, Holmes, but I know how to hunt.
I mean, here you go, out again. Ain't nobody coming back, though. Ugh. Oh, God, now I feel bad. I yawn. Why it takes so damn long to put on your fucking coat? Shit. Like Watson, all he does is put on a scarf. You know what? Fine. I will bet you halfpenny with you, Wiggins.
I pitched a fair halfpenny in my day. Like to try me?
Why not? I've got no pressing appointments.
Holmes, have you lost your mind? You're in the midst of an investigation.
A
Mind your
diversion
business,
will
Watson.
refresh me, Doctor. Keep the penny for luck, my boy.
Is there anything you're not good at?
Personal relations have never been a strong point, and Greek irregular verbs.
And modesty is often in fairly short supply.
Wait, did I talk to Watson while I was here?
Is there any expression more infuriating and idiotic than that one?
What are you rattling about, Holmes?
At home, that's what. Ridiculous locution. He either tells us that Lawton's at home, which we already know, or claims that Lawton is not at home, which is demonstrably false. The whole business makes a liar of him, and fools of us.
That's funny.
Calm yourself. It's merely a social convention.
Well, it's daft, and more inconvenient than most of those ridiculous relics. If the man won't see us in, what's wrong with plain English?
I literally just talked about that. That's funny as fuck.
The house is rather gone to seed.
Is it unseemly to wonder at the causes of its decline?
On the contrary, it would be unnatural not to. The details could be quite delicious. The decline appears to have been precipitous.
There may have been tragedy or financial misadventure. It would be indecent to speculate.
Rubbish. Few human activities are so banal as to be undeserving of healthy curiosity. Reversal of fortune is by definition interesting.
I like Sherlock. He's so fucking cool. I'm so glad Sassy Sherlock is back.
Would you describe me as a tactful person, Watson?
What? No.
That is not the first adjective that springs to mind. Though you might learn tact. Dame Experience is the best teacher, though we often suffer by her tutelage.
Yeah, it makes it now. Yeah, I talked to Watson. That's funny. That's funny. So. Did I talk to Watson at Dude's house? Did I? Yeah, here I did. This dude was a straight up fucking asshole.
You find the woman in the painting beautiful, Watson?
Very lovely. I'm smitten.
Control yourself. Note the wedding ring. Mrs. Silverbridge, I shouldn't wonder.
One may admire without wishing to possess.
Your pardon, Doctor. It appears a child has been given the run of the house. Where is the lad?
At school, I should think. Or perhaps Silverbridge himself is of a juvenile turn of mind.
The puerile MP? They certainly act like children sometimes, but I doubt that explanation will serve in this instance. The possessions suggest an active lad. Would you not agree, Watson?
My child's mind envies the bounty. Still, he seems a housebound boy, and that can't be all good.
Suggestions, Watson?
Perhaps Professor Dewar deserves more of our attention. He, at least, is likely to receive us.
You may be right. But Bermondsey is a very large area, and as I mentioned, Mycroft presumably did what could be done for him.
It may be well to ask, given his own experience, how well he did it.
True that. How do we find what happened to do? He's really got it. And ain't no son of a bitch.
Suggestions, Watson?
Perhaps Professor Dewar deserves more of our attention.
Yeah, he goes
He
to
at least
Dewar.
is likely to receive us.
You may be right, but Bermondsey is a very large area, and as I mentioned, Mycroft presumably did what could be done for him.
It may be well to ask, given his own experience, how well he did it.
You gotta go to Bart's.
May I leave my card with you?
I'm not his personal secretary, Mr.
They're really gonna
Holmes.
replay all
Nor
this.
did I presume it. Perhaps you could send a note to 221B Baker Street when he returns.
I suppose I might. I'll tell him you were here.
He
I
better
would be
back.
grateful for your trouble.
God, I probably look like terribly fat. I say we don't see Mycroft. Better be able to talk to him.
Mycroft, what about Professor Dewar?
Why did Cain kill his brother?
Yes, I know he's Professor Abel's colleague. I meant, where is Dewar now? Is he in danger?
No, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Where was the boy? The man who made it did not want it. The man who bought it did not use it. The man who used it did not know it. What's it? The 9th prime.
Enough of riddles, Mycroft. Speak plainly.
So very difficult to find really decent fish and chips. Buffalo chips are used for fuel in the American West. West of Chelsea, all mothers.
I apologize, brother. I was frustrated. I've got the pieces now.
It's like the prime number of the thing, and like the street was the. Hold on.
He has a remarkable mind, Watson. I know where Dewar is.
Well, if you tell me, we'll both know.
In the child's rhyme, the boy lived in the lane. The answer to the riddle is certainly a coffin, and the 9th prime is 19. Dewar's at 19 Coffin Lane. That's over the river at Bermondsey. We can go if you're ready.
Wow. I ain't saying shit to you, matron. Fuck you. Even though it's nice, you know, there's no props. There we go.
Professor Dewar, I am Sherlock Holmes. Mycroft is my brother.
I perceive a resemblance. What do you want?
Dr. Watson and I hope that you might help us with an inquiry.
I've heard of you, sir. We can talk while I work. I'm in the middle of something rather delicate, so you might choose your spot carefully.
Have you recently received any unwanted visitors?
None but yourselves. I'm accustomed to working without interruption.
Does your family know where you are?
I'm a bachelor, Mr. Holmes. My whereabouts are my own affair.
How do you come to be here?
Your brother insisted, said the new formula had gone missing and that he wanted me out of the way until it was recovered. Most pleased to find this place decently equipped with research apparatus.
Mycroft has been injured in an explosion, Professor.
Nothing to do with my work, is it?
His club blew up. The police claim it was an accident, but we believe a bomb was purposefully set, that Mycroft was the target, and that the act was related to the theft of your formula.
Your hypothesis is based on sound data?
It is. And had he been as concerned for his own safety as he was for yours, we might not be speaking. Professor, what is the subject of your formula?
While Abel and I were working with the ballistite, that's Nobel's latest, we refined an extraordinarily powerful explosive. It's more versatile and less volatile than nitroglycerine. The strategic implications were obvious, eh?
So you registered the components in compliance with the Foreign Office's Byzantine requirements?
I've made some further modifications that will affect bomb design and detonation velocity, but by and large the formula stands as written.
Could you replicate the formula from memory?
Though with great difficulty, perhaps. The formula describes a complex and unique mixture of chemical compounds.
Presumably, the acquisition and manufacture of such materials would exceed the means and expertise of all but a handful of state agencies.
I take your point. No one could build a bomb in the basement with it. Mycroft wasn't felled by my work.
Do you have a copy of the formula?
Oh, Mycroft said something about keeping a copy, but I'm afraid I couldn't lay my hands on it at the moment.
Where is Professor Abel?
He's lecturing in America, preaching to the converted or laying pearls before swine, depending on your prejudices. His family's with him.
Can the cause of an explosion be easily determined from its consequences?
Rarely, but with application and the proper research tools, one can often discover the cause from the type of fire, the nature of the physical damage and the organic consequences.
Dr. Watson discovered some fulminate of mercury, but we exhausted the supply in our experiments.
If the explosion was initiated by a bomb, there is likely to be more evidence of the fact, a timing or detonation device, chemical burns or some such.
No offense, Professor, but I've rarely whiffed such a rank odor.
No offence taken. One man's perfume is another's offal. The smells do have their uses. I believe the neighbours think I'm experimenting with new mixtures of fertiliser.
Contrary to the old saw, ignorance is never bliss, but it may serve a purpose. Professor, could you analyze this spring? I have reason to believe that...
Enough, Mr. Holmes. I see what it is. You suspect it has material importance to the detonation of your bomb. Don't bias the inquiry further. I must form my own conclusions.
Excellent. Very sound practice.
How can I reach you?
Send a note to 221B Baker Street when you have the results.
I think that's it. We're talking to him. Yeah. Just in case, I still gotta look at everything. Huge sampling. Yes. It's pro grade. I'm not gonna use it. Ooh. It's not gonna let you looking at it. Oh.
Do you recognize that penetrating mix of pungent odors, Watson?
Rotten eggs, manure, and household cleaner, I should think. Disgusting.
Descriptively apt, but highly unscientific, Doctor. Ammonium sulfate and certain nitrates are nearer the mark.
Perhaps, but my advice is take shallow breaths or you'll pass out.
He's so
Suggestions,
sassy.
Doctor?
I'm afraid I have none, Holmes. My brain may be frozen. I doubt Sir John Franklin was ever colder than I am. In any case, the objectives of this investigation are becoming more obscure as we proceed.
This is true. And you know it's weird? Like, this is just me spitballing. Like that dude, like there's all these kids' toys, but no kid around. And the dude's too distraught to talk to Dr. Holmes. Even though his butler's a piece of shit, asshole. I mean, like, wouldn't it like it's logical that like maybe something's happened to his kid and that's the reason why he closed the investigation? A penguin might find it a desirable nesting spot. God, he's so funny. How do I leave? Am I trapped? I'm gonna be trapped. Ooh. How do I leave? Shit, I'm starting to panic. Oh, God. Yeah, basically, after you do stuff, it's always good to go back home and, like, give the game time to process. And maybe after visiting the lab dude, there might be, like, a note or some shit. Maybe somebody to contact us. After he, eventually switches his fucking coat, maybe Mrs. Hudson will be like, oh, hey, this came for you, sir. Or maybe not. Hmm. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go bully people. Well, that has been a good episode of going around and investigating. We had plenty of sassy Sherlock action going on, And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I love you. Mind your Gothmother.